Hi, good afternoon. Well, lots of fireworks down here today. We had a USDA report, but let's go over to the protein complex to talk about lean hogs. I like talking about lean hogs. They've been the most volatile to date, and they still continue to be so. And also, it's more fun to talk about lean hogs when they're higher in the day. We're sharply higher today, and we're sharply higher today because we're starting to get some fundamental news trickling back in. That's good for the hogs. So let's just say this: whenever we get some sort of China headlines that are positive, the things that take off. A lot of times they take off because there has been a little bit too much pessimism built in. So I think that there was a lot of pessimism built in lean hogs, number one. And number two is that we've got Congress back in session. We might actually get that USMCA done as well. So what I like about that is this: we do focus a ton on China, and obviously they're a huge trading partner, but we also trade more. Not lean hogs per se, but actually in aggregate with Mexico and Canada, and they're on our doorstep. So, I mean, as a business person, I would like to get that deal done, obviously, sooner rather than later, and I think it will happen before China ever happens. But at the same time, we've got Congress back in session contemplating getting that deal done. We've got some drip of positive news today with China, so that's taken the markets a lot higher, and they've been pretty bid all day long. So those two bits of fundamental news, perfect, that's good. And that's caught the market on fire a little bit. But before I want to get too out of control, and you know how these things happen with these deals, or at least the deal delirium, when we get these headlines or tweets or whatever, things can be disappointed quickly. We still need to break out, and I'm talking Dees hogs here, about this 57 to 67 $10 box range, right? That's been something we've been kind of stuck in. It looks as though with those two bits of fundamental news I just spoke about earlier, with, say, the USMCA maybe getting passed at some point in time, sooner rather than later, and China, that's going to look like we're starting to finally find some sort of support there. And after trying to test some lower stuff, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So, again, we've got some nice movement to the upside today, rather violently, I think, and that shows to me that there was a lot of shorts in this market enjoying this bad news. If you're a bull, you should be happy in the short term, but let's not get too crazy. We still need to see everything kind of bust out, at least of this $10 box we've been in. And so if we're talking about Dees hogs, we got to get over that 67 level before I really start to click my heels going down the left field line like Ron Santo. So keep that in mind. Something to chew on, really, if you're a bull, you're excited, but don't get too crazy. And always remember, we've got to kind of stay in that box, and we'll have to wait to see what the headlines bring us.